I should have done this at the same time, but anyways, hey everybody, welcome to WFSO Aftermath. I know I haven't done anything since New Year's Day. Like what we're gonna talk about today is like one of the reasons I didn't do a video on the past few days because mess ups like this with the Bucks. And there is some like wrestling news to talk about, so we're gonna talk about all that. And like I said this was probably gonna be end up being maybe like a half hour show or less. But we will see. Bucks lost yesterday. Packers lost. It's just insane, especially like how they mess up the game and it seems like they couldn't do anything offensive. So ah, that's how it is in my head right now. But anyways, like I said, we're gonna talk about the two Bucks games, and we're gonna talk about what stuff that's going on in wrestling, and just talk about a little bit of things that involves with wrestling. Yeah, I forgot who Chicago beat. I forgot. I probably will look it up, but and I think they end up being a good team too. And I just can't remember who it is. Oh wow, that's interesting. The OKC end up beating Boston, so that's a sight for sore eyes. Um, but anyways, let's start talking about this game. 113 to 110. This was Thursday game where I was at. We got our antlers. If I can, there's the bag. So the wife and I ended up getting our antlers when we was at the Brooklyn game. So yeah, it was a close game, and it just started. No, just the last minute, it just ended up going to crap. So it just sucks. Um, and now we'll explain about like where they at in a bit. But yeah, it's like they turned it up in the second half, but it's just like the first half, it was just like a little too late. Just like what happened. So there may be things to point fingers at and things like that, but honestly, I will not put my finger against the coach. Maybe some of the assistant coaches because they should be getting on the players while they're on the side. They're just sitting there just trying to draw plays. Get on some of the players too. Tell them that they gotta do this, they gotta do that, and it's just like too many ISOs that that they be playing. Like it's like too many ISOs. You like what the hell? Come on. Um, I don't know what. Let me. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going with this. We're gonna talk about the quarter status. So, like, I'm gonna try to be quick with this, and we're just gonna talk about the Oh boy, that's crazy. Um, but before we go on, a friend of mine, her mother got killed in the hit and run yesterday, and like I knew like something they was talking about the hit and run like last night, but I didn't know that was my friend's mother that got killed. So to all these people that just driving recklessly and just being stupid, just don't. Your location and where you gotta go is the Knicks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was somebody that was good that they beat. But just for you people out there that just like decide you like to speed and try to rush to get what you're going, your place that you're gonna go to, your destination is still gonna be there. So it's not a oh there we go, fixed it. So please do not try to rush while you're driving. Uh No, I haven't been in the back of the wheel. I haven't been in front of the wheel or whatever for like a few years now, and guys, just like people just go crazier and crazier when it comes to driving. It makes no sense. But anyways, let's go to the core status of this Nets and Bucks game. Um, you got of course, you got Brooklyn and Milwaukee. First quarter, Brooklyn was up 30-23. That's in that first quarter. Then the second quarter scores, 36 was the highest that the Brooklyn Nets had scored. And oh yeah, the first quarter I should mention that's the lowest that the Bucks had scored. But second quarter, Brooklyn 36 and Milwaukee 31. So that's kind of one. They're tied for like one of the highest scoring quarters that they did in the game. Same thing with like third quarter, but you got Brooklyn with 28 points and you got Milwaukee with 31. Then you got the fourth quarter where Brooklyn scored the lowest, 19. Then the Bucks scored 25. So yeah, it was crazy. And I don't know. I think if they don't turn it around tomorrow, which I'll tell you the team they're gonna play against tomorrow in a bit. But anyways, let's go to the team stats. We're gonna start with Brooklyn first. 38-88 with 43.2% from the field. Not that great on threes. 12 for 39 with Marvin said 31% from three. Free throws is not bad. 25 or 28 with 89.3%. Oh wow, yeah, that is a big score. Uh, Brooklyn had 14 offensive rebounds, and I bet you Bucks probably had less than that, but we'll get to that in a bit. With a total of 51 rebounds, 26 assists, 8 steals, 3 blocks, and 14 turnovers. So I bet you our turnovers probably gonna end up being worse for that with Dame and Giannis with a total of 3 turnovers. Oh, and Bob Porter got the most with 4. So, oh wow, they're tied in turnovers. So yeah, that's crazy. Let's go to the team status on the Bucks with 40 or 90 with 44.4%. Yeah, 3-point shooting with them is a little bit terrible. 11 to 37 with, might as well say that's about 30% from three. 19 to 28. You already know the issue with the free throw shooting. 67. Well, you might have said 68% from the free throw line. Well, not bad offensive rebounds with 13. With a total of 46 rebounds, that still ain't good enough. 21 assists. They got to do a little bit better in passing. Not just Dame and Giannis, but the rest of the team. They got to do better in passing and try not to go ISO all the time. 6 steals, 6 blocks, and 14 turnovers. So not too bad with the turnovers. Just insane. But anyways, let's go to the player status. We're gonna start with Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, Jalen Wilson. They had him starting because I think was because they was it was normally was Donley Finley Smith, but he got traded. So yeah, anyways, he had 13 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 4 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 1 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 13 from the field. Cam Johnson kind of made like a little bit of a nightmare for us, and I think he had the team high of 26 points, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 6 of 12 from 3, yeah, and 10 of 16 from the field. Nick Claxton, 16 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 11 rebounds, so a double-double for him with 1 offensive rebound, 6 of 8 from the free throw, 5 of 9 from the field. Then you got D'Angelo Russell, who they got from the trade with the Lakers, which is surprisingly he was not doing that great. So this is a big surprise. 11 points, 2 steals, 12 assists, so double-double for that. 3 rebounds, 5 of 5 from the free throw, 0 of 4 from 3, and 3 of 11 from the field. Ouch. Keon Johnson, 29 points, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. So near well, yeah, he got a near double double. But he also had 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 3 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from three, and 3 of 7 from the field. And you probably at least got like 2 players that was doing good off the bench. You got Zaire Williams with 8 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 6 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 2 of 5 from the field. Then you got Cam Thomas. Of course, it just seems like they just couldn't stop him. So somehow, although his like field goals and stuff like that not looking good, but he managed had the bench high with 24 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 7 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw, 2 of 11 from three. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of bad, and 8 of 22 from the field. Just crazy. Oh, okay, and they had a couple of players that were injured, so that explains some things, and they still managed to win. Now we can get to this team, which is I don't know, but just like some of the games, and especially beginning of the first quarter, it's just like a complete disaster. Anyways, Giannis Antetokounmpo with the game high of 27 points, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 7 assists. Could be a little bit better, but what more can you do? And 13 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, and he has a double double. 3 of 10 from the free throw. Yeah, that's worse. 12 of 24 from the field. Yeah, and then like simple layups that he did, he's just been like missing some of them. So yeah, that's uncommon with him. Anyways, Chris Middleton, the savior, that some people would say, only had 12 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 0 of 3 from three, and 6 of 11 from the field. Like field goals is fine, but his 3-point shooting is going kind of off. And Brook Lopez, yeah, he's kind of messing up as of lately too. 7 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 1 from three, and 3 of 4 from the field. And Damian Lillard, what more can you say? He managed to score some good points, but it's like field goal shooting from what it looks like should be better than that. And he plays the most minutes out of everybody on the team. 23 points, 1 steal, 7 assists, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 7 of 8 from the free throw, 4 of 13 from three, and 6 of 20 from the field. I don't know, and I guess like some of these podcasters did pointed this out about Damian Lillard. Like you can't always expect to try to make a play so you can get to the free throw line, and when trying to get a foul, you got to create the foul, not just suddenly when got people double teaming you. You should be like I'm going to shoot it up so they can foul me. That's not working. So some of the things you got to change to do, like you can create a foul easily, but you got to do it smart, and that's just insane. Well, we had a decent amount of people did something on the bench. Yeah, Torian Prince with 8 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 5 from three, and 3 of 6 from the field. Bobby Portis with I said the bench high, 15 points, 1 block, 8 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 3 of 4 from three, and 4 of 9 from the field. So not a bad shooting, but yeah. And I like that, they played Manja Beauchamp like most of the fourth quarter to try to like bring the team back. And look at his plus minus. It's plus 18. I think that's the highest of the team overall. Yeah, that's the highest of the team. And he only played 7 minutes with like 3 rebounds. So he's making a difference, but people just got to look at it and show it. Even Pat Connaughton, sadly, with a plus 14. It's just crazy, and he got a block too out of it. So What more can I say? Gary Trent Jr. Didn't have a good shooting night, but ended up having 10 points, one steal, two rebounds with one offensive rebound, 4 from the free throw, 2 of 7 from three, and 2 of 8 from the field. Final score 113-110, and we can recap the season series since as of Thursday after this game, their season series against Brooklyn, it's over with. You got game one, they was in Brooklyn, and yeah, 102-115. The next was, they beat the Bucks. Then you got last month, you got the Bucks winning 118-113. Then you got a close one that the Bucks could have won, but ended up screwing up the day after Christmas game, 111-105. Then you got this past Thursday game, 113-110. Just unfreaking believable. It's like, I know what everybody's saying. They should have won this game. You're right, they should have. But it just sucks that you got like certain players that just go in ISO and don't know how to pass the ball. And yeah, I'm blaming, I'm looking at Bobby. So yeah, he's to blame for that. Okay. So yeah, this game was a little bit similar to with the yesterday's game between Portland and Milwaukee. Looked like they could have had the game, but it was that Damian Lillard trying to make a shot and just didn't connect. So okay, we gave Damian Lillard an excuse because he's new to the environment and stuff, but still end up putting up some decent numbers. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still putting out decent numbers now, but it's like some of the things you try to attempt is not good. Like, you gotta play smart. I'm not saying don't play hard, but you gotta play smart as well. But that's just me. Let's go to the quarter status on this one. The Bucks was up 31-28, and I think that's the highest that the Bucks has scored. Sadly, then you got the second quarter. You got Milwaukee scoring the lowest in any of the quarters. Then you got Portland beating them 26-20. Then you got the third quarter. It's good that Bucks was doing a little bit better in the third quarter, but the scoring is is bad, 25-21. So the Bucks was up on that quarter, but the fourth quarter was kind of a little bit of a story. Yeah, not that great. The highest that the Trailblazers has scored 30. Then you got Milwaukee 26. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, and they should have beat this team. And you got like certain players that on Portland that was not playing. Especially you have Jeremy Grant that's not playing, or Robert Williams III that probably would kill you in the rebounding department. Then you got Matusi Tabuli. Didn't play because he got a sprained ankle. But anyways, let's look at the Portland's team status. Anyways, not bad. Field goal wise, 41-85 with 48.2% from the field. 3-point was not too bad, but 13-36 with 36% from the three. Not bad at free throw shooting either. 10-13 with 77% from the free throw. 8 offensive rebounds with a total of 55 rebounds, 21 assists, 7 steals, 3 blocks, and 17 turnovers. Yeah, you're thinking like with a lot more turnovers than the Bucks, they should be winning, but nope, that wasn't the case. Now let's get to the team status with the Bucks. 41-95 with 43.2% from the field. Then you got 13-41 with 32% from three, which is okay but not good enough. 7-9 from the free throws. not many of them wasn't trying to get to the line that much. So it was like, what's the point? And Giannis did okay, and Dame did okay. It's just the rest of them trying to like make no plays and like to get fouled or try to go to the free throw. So it was a total of 7 to 9 with might as well say that's 78% from the free throw. Horrible. 7 offensive rebounds, that's horrible. But a total of 43 rebounds. 25 assists, which is a little bit better, but they could have do more. 14 steals, which is very good. 3 blocks, and not that bad of turnovers. Look at it. 11 turnovers. So they carrying the ball. Well, the ball, like, they ain't like messing up on the like passing and stuff like that a little bit. But it's like they got to do more passing, especially if you want to get the team into this. And look at this. They only went with like a 8-man rotation and still beat us. Anyway, Tamami Kamara, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, but he had 15 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 11 from the field. I got Demi Adu, sorry if I botched his name, but he had 19 points, a lot of turnovers with 7, 3 steals, 4 assists, 14 rebounds, so double for him. 2 of 2 from the free throw, 3 of 8 from 3, and 7 of 14 from the field. DeAndre Ayton, with 10 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 13 rebounds, so double for him with 2 offensive rebounds. 0-1 from the free throw, 0-1 from 3, and 5 of 9 from the field. Anthony Simons, he had the team high of 28 points. Of course, 4 turnovers, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 of 5 from the free throw, 5 of 12 from 3, and 9 of 20 from the field. I guess it's just when it comes to their 3 points, they just hit them when they count. Although it just don't look like they was doing that good, but they just hit the threes when they counted. Shaedon Sharp had 16 points. 1 steal, 3 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 0-2 from the free throw, 2 of 7 from 3, and 7 to 15 from the field. Myself, Scoot Henderson, only person that probably did, okay for their bench. Otherwise, bench wasn't scoring that much. But Scoot Henderson with 9 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, 7 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. 2 of 2 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from 3, and 3 of 5 from the field. Okay, now let's get to the Bucks status. Well, the player status for the Bucks. And of course you got Giannis Antetokounmpo with the game high of 31 points, 4 turnovers, still kind of ridiculous. 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists. He need to be passing better. 11 rebounds, so double for him with 2 offensive rebounds. Not bad. 3 or 4 from the free throw, 0-1 from 3, and 14 out of 27 from the field. So his layups, like, I don't know how he be missing them, but or it is like he putting too much pressure of himself, or it's just not going in. I don't know, but might as well talk about Damian Lillard. So them only 2 that had double digits and they'll do something good on the team. Damian Lillard with 16 points, 3 turnovers, 4 steals. So they say he doesn't play defense. But anyways, 6 assists, need to be a little bit better. 2 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 4 or 5 from the free throw, 2 of 7 from 3, and 5 of 15 from the field. Yeah, his shooting is just out of control. Really. Then, of course, our bench, you only got 2 people to talk about, which is Bobby Portis with 9 points, 3 steals, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, 1 offensive rebounds, only 1 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 11 from the field. So he's just got to know when to pass at times. And AJ Green, I think his scoring is a career high. Yeah, 21 points. Um, Only one turnover. One steal, three assists, two rebounds, 7 to 13 from three, and 7 to 13 from the field. So yeah, and plus they play Ryan Rollins a little bit. They should play him a little bit more. Just help with like defense wise. This is crazy. Final score 105 to 102. Portland Trailblazers over the Milwaukee Bucks. The next time these two teams play each other would be, oh wow, the end of the month, January 28th, and that would be on TNT, and that would be important for that one. So the actual next game that the Bucks play will be tomorrow. They play against the Toronto Raptors. So they beat them earlier at home, and we'll see how they do on the road. So now we're gonna go to the let's go to stats. So let's see if anything like increases and stuff like that. So let me move this, and we're probably gonna look at other scores too before that happens. Like I said, shockingly, Boston lost to OKC 92 to 105. Then you got Charlotte losing to Cleveland 105 to 115. You got New Orleans beating Washington 110 to 98. You got, why did that just suddenly just pop up? Okay, Utah beating Orlando. See, we probably would have had the fourth seed by now. This is ridiculous. So Utah beat Orlando 105 to 92. Lakers lost to the Rockets. Wow. 115 to 119. Then you got Sacramento beating Golden State 129 to 99. And would y'all just give me a moment? I would be right back. Normally, if I could put like a little bit of a commercial, I would. But just give me a moment. Just hang on there. Oh, that's cute. Libby is the only one that stay in here with me. Good girl. Okay, I know I got stuff to clean that. I know I gotta do that, but okay, I'm back. Like I said, we're gonna look at the stats. We still got Giannis leading over 32 points a game, and I hate when these things pop up. Stop trying to sell us advertisement. Jesus, see what I mean? ESPN is not known for like putting like full advertisement on there. Why you trying to look at something? I think Giannis is in 6 in rebounds, I believe. Yeah, Brooke is now in 5th in blocks, so he really dropped. So yeah, it's probably something they're gonna look into between now and the trade deadline. So there's gonna be a few teams, including the Bucks, that probably gonna look to make some moves. So I know it's like with them, what can they do? Well, you got Brooke Lopez as an option, and you're trying to get rid of Pat Connaughton, and also trying to get rid of Maja Beauchamp. So, excuse me, you got a couple options there. Let's look at the leaders for scoring, and I think Damian Lillard might have dropped too. Let's see. Oh yeah, he dropped from 10th to 12th, 24.7 points per game. So it's nearly 25 points per game. So yeah, but it's good that he's still like in the top 15. But they gotta do better because you still got Jalen Brown with like 24 points a game and Jason Tatum with 28 points a game. Although still Giannis and Damian Lillard are still the highest scoring duo in the game, but it's just something that you just need to fix. So we're gonna go to the standings before we move on to the next thing. Um, Hello, Isla. I think I said your name wrong, so I apologize. And welcome to the channel. And if it's your first time, thank you for tuning in. And we're gonna get more like busier with like putting like content for the channel nearly every day. So
The first time with you is always an amazing experience.
oh, thank you. Uh, okay, now you got Cleveland still the best record of the NBA with a 10 game winning streak, and I think they're not okay. They're not the highest, so talk about them later. And Boston finally in the double digit losses, so the Knicks may have an opportunity. Oh wow, they probably could have passed Boston if dang. So they on a losing streak. So like from everybody from Boston all the way down to Atlanta got like a big losing streak. And was you got the Knicks with two, then you got the Magic who lost one. They're in fourth. And yeah, we had a lot of opportunities that we could have called out to the Magic, but we just couldn't calculate. So anyways, Bucks tied with the Heat for fifth. Bucks got the tiebreaker. Then you got Atlanta that's in Indiana. They both in the 500 mark. Well, 7th and 8th. Then you got Detroit on 3 game winning streak, and you got Chicago that won their last game. Um, then you got close there. You got the 76ers, so I guess they're a little bit on the road. Then you got Brooklyn. Then you got the single digit winning teams, Toronto, Charlotte, and Washington. And I think Washington is they got the worst record in the East, but I don't think they got the worst record overall. So anyways, yeah, and Charlotte Hornets has got a Big 10 game losing streak, and that's kind of huge right now. Um, Now to the Western Conference. Yeah, you got Oklahoma City Thunder with the second best record in the NBA and the biggest winning streak in the NBA right now with 15. Then you got Houston still up there. Memphis like a half a game behind Houston. Crazy. Denver. Then you got the Lakers and the Mavericks are tied for fifth. Then you got the there's a three-way tie to Lakers, Mavericks, and Clippers. So yeah, they're all tied for fifth. That'd be an interesting race. San Antonio, like I said, they climbed up last time. They're tied with Golden State Warriors for the eighth seed. Then you got Minnesota that's on the 500 mark with the 10th seed. Then you got the Kings, Suns, and Trailblazers. Then you got Utah and wait a minute, Pelicans. Okay, now Wizards do got the worst record in the NBA. Okay, so that's different. Well, hopefully the Bucks will pull off tomorrow while they're in Toronto, and it'd be a good revenge for Gary Trent to play against the team he used to play for. So we'll see. We'll skip with that, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of wrestling before we get out of here. Because I know this is longer than half an hour, and I was hoping it was just gonna be a half an hour, but things happen. But anyways, from Milwaukee's messed up when it comes to the American Family Field, was supposed to get winterized starting late last year all the way up to the end of this year. It was supposed to be done. So thanks to their screw up, we don't got the Royal Rumble in 2026. Saudi Arabia does. So yeah. that sucks because the Brewers' winterization is not going to start until the end of the season, end of this coming season for the Brewers. And they're going to start their winterization there, and they say they ain't going to be done until what they said, like the end of 2027, which is kind of strange because I guess they're just doing it like in pieces and stuff like that. But then again, you hear stuff from the news and stuff all the time, and hopefully something may change. Hopefully they can get done this year, then be done with it next year. So maybe we can probably can have it at 2027. So yeah, Saudi Arabia is getting the Royal Rumble next year. So that'd be good for them. Yes, JoJo did like a announcement on the dark match for AEW. Um, Not a big deal, and not gonna get upset about it like some people. So Adam Copeland has started calling himself Coop because his last name Copeland. So he's just calling himself the Rated R Superstar Cope. I'm sorry, it just don't make no sense. Let's see what else is going on. WWE did mention locations or where they're gonna hold like some of their Raw and SmackDown shows, and sadly Milwaukee is not one of them from now all the way through March. So mainly like the schedule like in March is finished, but not April. So most likely I was telling people like if we don't get anything like in April, which that's common that we probably get something in April from time to time. It was like one point that I think it was a couple years ago we got the SmackDown after WrestleMania, so that was still a good time and this is still a good show. But it could happen. Maybe late April we might get something, and it'd be cool if we do because that'd be around my birthday and be like yes, finally WWE around my birthday in the places I can go to, either here or Chicago. But it won't be in Chicago because they got April 4th. But anywho, let's see if there's anything else to talk about before we end the show. Also, it was WWE that released that Raw intro from the Attitude Era. I thought it was a fan made that did that, but they didn't. But I thought it was awesome that they did it. It was funny. Well, not funny, but it was good. But yeah, I was just surprised about that one. Um, let's see. Um, who cares about Dave Masner? Last night's collision, as people were parading it on and on to saying like it was a sold out show, but what one person did to try to put it out there, they showed like one side, which was pretty full, like whatever. Then we saw the other side. It was maybe like about 6 sections that was not full. They want to claim it's like a sold out, and they try to make it real better too, saying like they sold over 2,000 tickets and they had like about 38 of them left. Where they get their facts from? That's not good. Especially if you got AEW trying to do like smaller arenas, but where they gonna go to like other places that don't have the small arena facility. Like the smallest arena we got right now, if like besides the going to the large arena like Pfizer Forum, will be no other than UWM Panther Arena, which they only did like 25% in attendance. Just crazy. Let's see. Wrestle Dynasty results. There's New Japan Pro Wrestling on pay per view, so I think they had like Wrestle Kingdom yesterday too, but I'm trying to see if they got the results of. Let's see. And y'all probably saw on SmackDown's new mat, which is blue with the blue mat with the white ropes. So that's different. And they said that Raw may go similar with the black mat with the, I think it's either red or just white stripes as well. I'm not sure, but they only show like a piece of it. Um, so yeah, they really now talking about yeah, and plus the first time that SmackDown been 3 hours, so I didn't see it because I went to a hockey game. So we got like a development hockey team called the Milwaukee Arrows, and they did the salute to wrestling. So what they did, like they had the Dudley Boys, including both Bubba Ray and both Devon, but they added Spike Dudley into the mix and call that a reunion. So I went there and like normally, if some of y'all know me like y'all do, I don't really go there for like the autographs. Autographs is just like the bonus. Like I'm not gonna like sell or anything like that, but then you got some people that will pay for autographs and try to get their money back, and plus some where people sign the autographs. But I like this thing, and they did this 2 years ago. Was you don't have to pay to get a photo. You can get a free photo. But if you want like extra autographs, you gotta pay for it. Which is a smarter idea because some people can scam you with autographs. So it's better pay for extra for autographs than pay for a picture. Because who you gonna sell a picture of yourself and the wrestler or whoever you took a picture with? Ain't nobody gonna buy that. But anyway, we already talked about the Royal Rumble turning six, and it's a shame that Milwaukee couldn't get it because Milwaukee Brewers mess up. Um, let's see. So before we go, we're gonna look at the results. It wasn't Wrestle Kingdom; it was Wrestle Dynasty. So yeah, that's kind of new, and don't mind me. I'm kind of like just salting with my feelings because of my good for nothing father, and I probably mentioned that to y'all earlier. Or just sometimes you just want to string somebody in the neck, so just that's what it is. Oh wait a minute. It could be still going on actually. Um, let's see. Show the results. Not talking about 'em. Okay, you got AEW's Willow Nightingale, Moto Wanabo, and Perception versus Athena from Ring of Honor. And I think I heard who won that because they was just talking about it earlier. Okay, Mona Montabo did win the trophy. Then you got Dustin Rose and Sammy Guerrera, the Sons of Texan versus the House of Torture for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Oh, that's a pre-show. Okay. Let's see who won that one. Yeah, of course, Sons of Texas retained. Makes sense. 8-man Lucha Gauntlet match. And I bet you that probably was a good match, too. I don't know who's all in it, so I can't, like, say. But who won? I don't think that's Tajiri. And that's just Tadari. Tajiri. I don't know, but he ended up winning the match. Um, Horishi Tanahashi versus Kashiyori Sabata in a grappling match. Okay, something different. Um, okay, it just doesn't say who won, so I don't get it. Well, let's just move on. Winner take all match for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship and for the Red Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship. Um, yeah, I was kind of pressed about this one because Mercedes Moët ended up having all the gold. So yeah, Mercedes Moët won. Oh wow. Oh, Brody King ended up having the match, and with David Finlay. I think that Finlay's son. And let's see who won that one. Oh, David Finlay won. Okay, cool. Claudio Castagnoli versus Shota Amuno. Just a classic one-on-one match, and Shota Amuno did win. Okay. Okay, Konosho Tanahashi versus Tomorio Ishii for the AEW International Championship and the Never Overweight Championship. Oh, this would be interesting because Tomorio will always be in AEW, so that'd be interesting. Oh, wait a minute. What, Tonosuke holds both titles or something? I guess he did, so they said winner and still champion, so he must have won them both. Okay. Shockingly, the Young Bucks return. So Jeff Cobb and the Great Old Khan versus the Young Bucks versus Hormonu Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito in a three-way match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships, and you already know who won. Young Bucks, of course. So either Yota Tsuji versus Jack Perry for the IWPG Global Heavyweight Championship. And I don't think Jack Perry, yeah, he didn't win. Yota Tsuji, yeah, I kind of figured he wouldn't win. Then you got the return of Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd. Just a normal like one-on-one match. Kenny Omega won. So Sat Zabri Jr. versus Ricochet for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and I bet you there's no way Ricochet won. Probably was a good match, but I don't think Ricochet. Yep, Zack Sabre Jr. still the world champ. So that's all I wanted to know, and I think there's nothing else interesting in that. Like I said, I'll try to look to see some developments that's in Milwaukee. There's nothing to talk about, but then again, it's like the beginning of the year, so can't say much. And nothing comic book wise to talk about. But like I said, I promise to talk about my what if sometime this week. So I keep forgetting to do it, but you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. What if season 3? Alright. Of course, I'll talk about a little bit of the third and final season of What If. I don't know. It's like everybody liked the first season of What If because it was kind of like MCU related, but everybody didn't like the last two, the season 2 and season 3. I thought it was great. Well, yeah, people thinking like all things should be always centered around the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They were just mentioning this week that the Framing Neighborhood Spider-Man that's gonna come out the end of this month on Disney Plus. Ain't gonna have nothing to do with no MCU, but it'll be like a another alternate universe.
People think Marvel Universe is just the Avengers.
And
Have you
sadly,
seen any of the other cartoon characters and people don't like it?
mm-hmm.
Forgetting that Blade, forgetting X-Men, all of that lot of Marvel.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Go back to sleep.
But just overall, like they didn't have the normal 9 episodes this past season. They only had 8. Now I thought like a lot of things that was like happening. Like you had Darcy and Howard the Duck, had a child. Well, you got like Storm appearing on the season, which was very awesome. The Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier team up. Excuse me. That was very awesome. And excuse me. There was just a lot of things that was going on with this season, and I thought it was great. So you get no complaints from me, but you got like some of these other YouTubers, and I don't know if you want to call some of them like analysts, but it's just ridiculous
So
that.
far, not finished yet.
Oh, not bad, Joker.
Not finished yet, though, of course.
Not a bad Joker. But anyway, the final 2 episodes will have something to do, it was like a part tour. The Watcher, they'll supposed to do his job what he do, but you had the other Watchers like didn't like what he was doing, so they was on a battle against him. Then some of the other teammates, like you had Storm, who else you had? Birdie, which is Howard the Duck's and Darcy Lewis' child. She was all grown up. Captain Carter. And I'm trying to remember that one character's name that can go, that have powers and also can use her like super speed.
The Joker.
I don't think the Joker has super speed, but
You'd be surprised.
probably create another universe. Like, what do you do? Took power from the Flash?
Why not? You took Mr. Flicks.
That's what I'm saying. That probably be like in another universe that could probably have something like that.
I'm surprised they never made that into a movie, Emperor Joker. That was a good comic book.
I don't know, but Batman Ninja, the movie they did, was kind of like close to it in a way.
Nah. Batman Ninja is completely far from Emperor Joker. It's completely different.
Only saying that because of how the Joker was, like he was acting like he was like an emperor or something like that. Well, I know he wasn't, but
The Emperor Joker, I don't remember it very well because I only read it once. Somehow the Joker tricked Mixelplick into giving him his fifth dimension power, and he took over as Emperor, and he made all the villains like the superheroes, and all the superheroes were the villains. So it was like, yeah, they were all placed in Arkham Asylum. So it was obviously it was placed in Gotham. And
right.
then, like Superman was trying to break out, and every time he broke out, Bizarro was thrown back in there. And Lois somehow talked him into making him believe that they were actually the heroes, and the Joker and his posse were the villains. I don't remember how it happened though. It's like I said, I read it twice, but it's been so long. It's like, man, they should have made a movie off of that one. Cause think about it. The only two comic books adaptation, actually no, 3 that I can remember that DC made that was pretty much based straight off the comic was Long Halloween, Batman Year One, and Killing Joke. All the rest of them, they weren't comic books. Oh, They weren't comic books. They were. I'm not gonna say Death and Return of Superman because it was not the way the comic book was made at all.
Right.
Well, kind of, but not exactly. But you think they would have? They could have been able to pull that off if Killing Joke was rated R. Why couldn't they do the Death and Return of Superman the same way it was in the comic book graphic novel? I don't know why they just didn't leave it that way.
You know, the rating of it had changed too.
Because heck, Mongol was in the Death and Return. Green Lantern was in it. He had his own little backstory that went with it. Superman and Cyborg's final clash was definitely not aboard a spaceship. I don't know where they got that one from. The whole story was completely different than what, especially the return part of it. The reign and return of Superman, it was the animated movie, yeah, it was so different compared to how it actually was. The comic book was a whole lot different. Heck, and they didn't even make the animated part of What About Funeral of a Friend. They completely bypassed that. They didn't even make an adaptation for that.
Right.
They went from death, reign, return. There was no World Without a Superman, which is also called the Funeral of a Friend series. They bypassed that completely. Kind of like what they did with Superman's Doomsday. I don't know where they came up with that one from, because then they made the comic book Superman's Doomsday, and it's completely different. Superman's Doomsday was, well, you know what it was like. You've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The comic book is completely different. The comic book is pretty much the origin of Doomsday and everything that took place either before or after the death of Superman. Like it's Doomsday's origin, that the first time he was killed off as being fully grown. Then it was
Sup, Eric?
then it was his battle with Superman, which is not in the comic book, because of course it has a comic book all its own. Then it was his next battle with Doomsday returned again. Then it kept going on and on until Superman and Doomsday finally met each other for the last time at that particular point in time, because heck, it never ended. The only person that had no problem killing Doomsday off was Implex. He incinerated him. He didn't have no qualms.
Okay, I got a question for you. Okay, because all these things like Doomsday they made it seem like he was created by Lex Luthor on the Superman Lois series and also on the DCEU. So how did Doomsday got created in the comics?
All right, let me holler at you, player. Krypton, 2,000 years. I'm gonna give you a kind of short summary of it. Krypton, 2,000 years before civilization.
Oh, we'll talk about that one in a minute. Go ahead.
Krypton, 2,000 years before civilization. Alien doctor Barton and a group of scientists, they put their heads together and decided they wanted to create the ultimate weapon. So what they did was they would create a embryo kind of creature. Now Krypton, at this point in time, the whole landscape was nothing but wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
It was uninhabitable for anybody. So they would create this little creature, send it out into the wild. Whatever, let me see here, temperature, wild animals running around would kill this embryo. The scientists would go out, gather it up, bring it back, and regenerate it. And they did this over and over and over again because, like I said, they wanted to create a doomsday monster, something that could withstand anything. So by having this creature die, then bringing it back and resurrecting it and doing it again, it eventually built up an immune system to where it could withstand anything.
You know the weird thing is they kind of did that with Bizarro when Lex Luthor was doing it on the Superman and Lois series, and he ended up coming up Doomsday. So
So
somewhat like that.
so then eventually Doomsday became an age.
Mm-hmm.
And upon doing this, he escaped. Like he was, made in a test tube kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But when he became an age, the Doomsday that we know, he killed everybody. He killed Barton, which was technically his father. He killed him, and he killed every scientist. He then set off on his own. That's pretty much how he was made. Because it's a longer, more story until you actually got to Earth. But yeah, that's pretty much how Doomsday was made in the comic book. He was made on Krypton, 2,000 years before civilization, to be made as a Doomsday monster. As like I said, to be able to withstand anything and be resurrected. That's the reason why in the comic book Doomsday can die, but he always comes back. And the thing is, he can't be killed the same way twice because of how he was made. Like if you like how, for instance, like I said with the whole thing of him being sent down the wild as like a defenseless little creature.
Mm-hmm.
Once he was killed, he was brought back into the lab and then sent out again. So it's like if something killed him once and you resurrect it and take it back out again, that same thing can't kill it again because it already died by its hands once. So it would happen again. They would bring it back, do it all over again. So he built up an immune system to the point that you can only kill him one time a certain way, but then it can't happen again. Like for him with him and Superman. Actually, the first time Doomsday died, it was by, I want to say Adam, but I'm not positive. I know it was a really powerful hero, quote unquote, that pretty much how he killed him. He stood them back. He somehow, this hero had the ability to manipulate time. He sent Doomsday to the very beginning of everything, where there was nothing.
Oh.
Resurrection. They found, this is how Doomsday got to Earth. After killing Doomsday the first time, they wrapped them in, on the planet they were on, they wrapped them in their traditional burial outfit, which is the green outfit you see him in when you first see him in Death of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists found him in space, floated on a meteor. They brought him into the spaceship. Doomsday reawoken, killed everybody on the spaceship. Spaceship plummeted to Earth, straight into the ground. That's how we got to Earth. So when you see the death of Superman, the first thing you see is Doomsday's fist punching his way out of where he's been buried until he finally makes it to the surface. And being that Doomsday was made the way he was, anything, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter what, was a threat to him because of how he was made.
Okay.
And then the Death of Superman kicked off. And then they found out later on that every time Doomsday came back, his intellect got smarter. Don't know how that was a possibility, but he got smarter every single time he was resurrected.
That's crazy. But yeah, before we get to, I think Eric wants to talk about Deadpool Wolverine. We will get to that in a second, but I'm just gonna grade and rate What If, the season 3. I have to say it was like although I like season 1 to season 2, but I liked season 3 a little bit more. But I think they would have added like another episode if they wanted to. But I had to give it probably a B plus for grading it, and I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10 because they could have had like an extra episode just to be, just have some fun. So yeah, good with What If, but
doing is making a fucking Superman game. I'm still waiting on that shit. They gave Batman all this praise. Superman got a brand new movie coming out. Did he get a game to hype up his?
Have you heard of Heroes Unite DC or something like that? You play on the PC?
I've heard of it.
I think you can play like Superman and it could do like the same thing, like fly in like other worlds or something like that.
You can play as him, but he does not have his own game. Batman got 7 own games. When was the last time Batman made a movie? A couple of years ago. And yet Arkham, they were already at Arkham Knights when that movie was made.
I still gotta play that Arkham Knights.
We had Knights.
No, I mean like the game that they made that was probably after Batman. Then they with Robin and
Oh,
Batgirl and all
that's
them.
Bat Family. I know what you're talking about.
Gotham Knights. Yeah. I don't know why I say Arkham Knights. I mean it's Gotham Knights. But anyways, okay. I'm gonna do this a favor for Eric. We're gonna talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. Which I have that movie. Me and the wife. Her favorite character is Deadpool, and I think it was like one of the biggest movies that ever came out this year from Marvel Studios. Like, I wouldn't have cared if it was like end up rated R or anything like that, or it was like PG-13. Like, as long as the movie and the script was good, I wouldn't care what the rating was. But I thought it was pretty good. Um, like, of course, like my favorite character is Wolverine out of the Marvel, and my favorite DC character, of course, is, I don't know if y'all can tell, but is Batman. But just overall with the story, they tease a little bit, the multiverse, and with TVA and all of them was like involved in this movie. Like, it was good. And I know they did some things to talk about, Deadpool should not join like the Avengers or anything like that. But you kind of know why, and plus, he at one point did join the X-Men, but it's like, but with him, would that be enough? But then again, you probably gonna have like something like, this could lead like something big that's gonna come out. I would say with the Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So I think that's where everybody gonna be really can't wait to have like both Doomsday and Secret Wars to come out, because we're going to see what they're going to do. Like, we already know with Doomsday they're going to have over like 60 characters, so that's going to be one big movie. It's going to be treated like Infinity War and also with Endgame. But overall, with the Deadpool and Wolverine, although Marvel Studios only came out with one movie last year, and all the other stuff they had going on with the writer's strike and stuff, um, this movie possibly could have ended up coming out what was like the end of last year instead of where is that what was that now. It came out this past July. I did went to go see it twice, so yeah. Normally, if I see a good movie, I'll normally go see it twice sometimes. And that's the thing. Like, I like Sonic the Hedgehog too, and I do want to see it again. So, I don't know, maybe Tuesday or next Tuesday I might go see it if it's still in theaters. Hopefully it is. But just overall with like Deadpool Wolverine, I like the variants of it too. Like, yeah, like the actual small size Wolverine, was he was supposed to be the size of 5'3". Then you had like the 80s, the late 80s of the Wolverine suit, had that on. Then you got Henry Cavill was playing Wolverine. I thought that was hilarious. Then you got Old Man Logan. So it was good for what they did for that story, and also like how they fit it in with the MCU, which was pretty cool. And well, like they were saying during the movie, like their mission ain't over. So I got a feeling you probably will see you will see Wolverine in the next few Avengers movies, but I think you'll see Deadpool in there too. Because yeah, he got to do something when they saying like his missions ain't finished. But then again, after Secret Wars, they're gonna move into the mutant saga, which they claim everything is supposed to be resetted. But overall, Deadpool Wolverine, good movie, and one of the movies I won't mind seeing again and again and again. Just put it that way. So anyways, I'm gonna close with that. Sorry for the people that was normally were watching on Twitch. Had a little problems, so can't do much of anything. But if y'all want to comment below, like what you like about today's episode. For the guys that's watching on YouTube, either pre-recorded or watching it live, just comment below. Just let me know what y'all thoughts about today's episodes. With the Bucks game, some wrestling news, and also with talk about a little bit of comic book movies and TV news. So wasn't gonna talk about it, but we just got it out the way. But anyways, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to at least 500 subscribers by the end of the month. Hopefully we can get there. I don't know where we're actually at, but I know we're like a little bit past like 400 already. So hopefully we can get there like pretty soon. If you like the content that we talk about today and also like talk about Milwaukee development, you can look at our past videos too and check them out. Thank you, Eric, for subscription. Like I said, what else I gotta add? If you like wrestling, if you like what we talk about with comic book movies and TV news, Milwaukee Bucks content, and also with developments in Milwaukee, you will like this channel. So, also check out our website if you want to know about like upcoming events in the Midwest for wrestling, or you just want to see like maybe pictures that we took with at Bucks games, or like pictures with wrestlers, or just want to just look around with it in general with the upcoming WFSO wrestling talk that we're going to interview with like independent wrestlers and promoters and stuff like that. So you get a chance, check that out on the website. And please, if you get a chance, check out Wrestling Fans Speak Out on Spotify as well. Didn't think we was going to go this long, but we did. So hopefully, it could take it. But we will see. Like I said, check out the website, WrestlingFansSpeakOut.weebly.com. And, I think the next time we're going to be on here, so there'll probably going to be some videos coming up. So I'm sorry for lacking for the last couple of days. So that won't happen again. But anyways, until the next video, thanks for subscribing and thanks for the likes. You guys have a good one, and see you next time.